Now to that new trouble for Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. A picture of him wearing dark makeup, dressed as Aladdin at a party in 2001. Trudeau himself now calling it racist and apologizing.
The controversy erupted overnight, forcing Justin Trudeau to speak out and try to explain taking questions on board his campaign plane.
In 2001, when I was a teacher out in Vancouver, I attended an end-of-year gala where the theme was Arabian Nights. And I dressed up in an Aladdin costume and put makeup on. I shouldn't have done that. I should have known better, but I didn't. And I'm really sorry.
Dude, let's fucking do this.
Yeah.
Episode 7.
Episode 7 of the Dopest Generation podcast, hosted by
Thomas Joseph.
and Rupam Singh.
And what an episode this is going to be.
Yeah. But sometimes the universe is just like, here's a little present.
Yeah.
You know?
The gods of content have showered a little gift upon us.
Because I gotta be honest, I was struggling. I was like, I need to come up with like something for this episode. What
could we do?
Yeah.
And then this little gem shows up.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it and I was like, who better to do an episode about Justin Trudeau's Brownface scandal than two brown dudes who just moved to the country of Canada.
Exactly. Yeah. It was pretty much like you wanna just get into it?
Yeah, let's fucking get into it, dude. Let's start with like, what was your first reaction when you saw it?
Right, so for the listeners, it just came out that Justin Trudeau, when he was a teacher at some private school, I think.
Yeah, in Vancouver.
Was it's a Friday night, maybe it's Halloween.
Yeah.
And
things got a little, jovial in the staff lounge.
Yeah, and he was like, maybe I should dress up as the Prince of Agrabah. And so my first reaction.
But so this was at a party though, like so he went to a party like with I guess other teachers and maybe other staff or like whatever. He goes to a party when he was like a teacher and apparently it's like a costume party.
Yeah.
Though the other people didn't seem like they were in as elaborate costumes, at least as compared to him.
It felt like he took it more seriously than the others.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, everyone else just came wearing like a Pikachu sweater. And he's just like, hey guys, what's up? I thought we were going, going nuts. No, my first reaction, I saw it, like, I gotta be honest, it was like a very Lovecraftian moment for me. Like, I laughed and was horrified at the same time.
Exactly.
Because that shit was like, I gotta respect, like really well done racism.
Yes. Exactly, dude. I had the same fucking reaction.
Yeah, because I was like, I saw his, like this motherfucker didn't, he went brownface, but he was like, I gotta go brown face.
Yeah. Dark brown.
Yeah. He went to the paint store and they like the brown, and they was like, what the fuck is this? Give me that real brown.
You do not know who I am. I'm Justin Margaret Trudeau, son of Pierre Trudeau.
Oh my god.
Son of the Prime Minister.
Yeah.
Give me that real dark brown.
And why I say I respect it a little bit, is because I don't know if you noticed, he covered his hands.
Yeah.
Dude. I was like, this took dedication.
Dude, yeah, for sure, man. Fuck, when I saw the thing, dude, my first reaction was just like, fucking hell, Justin, dude. Like, I swear to God, we were just talking about, it's election season. So you're coming up to, an election, and we were just talking about, how he should not have done that Hassan Minhaj episode. Just, if we were, on his PR team, we'd be like, yeah, don't do it. And I was like, fuck, it can't get any worse than this. And then Brownface comes out.
Yeah, man.
And I was just like, yo, you have to be fucking kidding me, man. Like
Yeah.
this happens like right before, and like it leaks, like just the timing of it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, fuck. Like just give me a break, man. Like seriously.
Yeah, I had the same reaction. Like, but I was like, I looked at it, I laughed, and I was like, oh, this is fucked up. But then I was like, you know what? If he wins the election, I think I'll forgive him.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Like, just win the election.
Exactly, dude. So I also feel like it's definitely fucked up. There's no fucking like skirting around that.
Oh, but before we could get to like any serious point that you're about to make, did you see the faces of the other girls in the photograph?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the only reason they didn't say shit because they were like, "Yo, this is Trudeau, man. We can't." I feel like I feel like when he walked in his room, even they were like, "What the fuck
And they're
is
like,
this?"
And then they're like, he's Justin. Do you not know who Justin is?
Yeah.
He's the son of the prime minister.
Dude, because you know, like you've seen shitty Bollywood horror movies, right?
Yeah.
And how like the ghost in those horror movies like extra.
yeah. He's like
But
a
that's
bad
what he looked like.
Ahut ghost,
Yeah,
you know?
he
bad CGI.
he just came in looking like-
VFX.
I'm
And
telling
so
you.
fucking creepy, dude.
Yeah, it was just like I hope that many kids didn't see it.
Yeah, because they would not have been able. Like his own students at that school would just have been like, "We can't go to sleep at night, Mr. Trudeau."
Yeah.
It's like that was truly horrifying.
But do you know who he was dressed as? Like, what was he supposed to be?
Aladdin.
Oh.
Yeah, he was supposed to be Aladdin.
Oh my.
And even Aladdin isn't that brown, dude. I was like, dude, come on, man. Aladdin's like kind of brown. He went like at least 25 shades darker than
He was
regular
black.
cartoon Aladdin.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, well, this is. Yeah.
Yeah, man, dude. So yeah, initially I was fucking thinking about it, and I was just like, dude, this is like really messed up, especially like given the timing of it and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, dude, like I don't know, but then my immediate next thing was like I feel like it's definitely fucked up, but I think it's even more fucked up, like devoid of any context, right? So I think most people have seen this. And they're like, oh my god, fuck, like Justin Trudeau is a complete hypocrite and we should never trust Justin Trudeau again. And I'm like, dude, if you weren't supposed to trust Justin Trudeau, there's a whole bunch of other scandals. There's the SNC Lavalin shit that just happened. So don't let this one be the straw that breaks the camel's back, you know? Like he's, I think, devoid of context, and if it was like I guess other people, like, and it's happened in the past where it's happened in the States. It's not the first case of blackface.
Yeah.
But this is also someone who has done a lot in terms, like, for the country since then. So when
Sure.
I guess the eventual and immediate apology came, I was, like, a part of me was like, you know what, like, it's fine. Like, you know, like, I'll take it. And similar to, like, basically what you kind of thought, I was like, win the election though.
Yeah.
Because now if you don't win the election,
If you lose to sheer now,
yeah, that's
it'll
you.
be sheer lunacy.
This is the kind of comedy
Yes,
that
exactly.
that was lacking in previous
Yes,
episodes
exactly.
of the Lupus Generation podcast.
Yeah.
But I also think like just the alternative of this. So if he doesn't win and Sheer wins, then you're gonna see real actual racism.
Oh yeah.
So his, like, on the policy side and actual action, he's not been racist at all. In fact, he's been the exact opposite.
Yeah. Like she'll come out on the parliament floor with like some like Chinese like like some racist like caricature. I was like I'm telling you, as bad as you think this was, you have no idea what's on the other side.
What's on the other side, exactly.
Yeah.
And you have other candidates like Maxime Bonnier and those guys, right, who are literally taking out billboards on the streets of Toronto saying like, stop immigration. All forms of immigration are no longer required in Canada and stuff.
Right.
And I'm just like, dude, okay, like the guy fucked up. He definitely fucked up and it's not good. So again, for anybody who's listening or anybody who's watching, like, we're not saying this is a good thing, but I think if anybody, well, I'm not saying like could do it and get away with it because there's no getting away with it, but I think his track record at least kind of defends him a bit.
Yeah, we're gonna dox him for sure.
Yeah.
So now, Justin, you are banned from all Bhangra events. We know you love them. We know you love to dance to those shits. You are banned from those shits until you win the election. And if you don't win the election, then you're banned for life. And no more showing up to events wearing kurtas and shit. You can't. No.
So
not allowed.
So this was part of his apology. He literally, in his apology video, goes like, he was like, listen guys, like you know that I've been a little bit too into costumes. So, and he was like, and as you know from, and I'm just like, no, what are you doing? Why would you say that, man? I thought the apology video was going great, but then he literally said, you know, I love costumes. I'm just like, what the fuck? Who says that, dude?
I love costumes. Do you know this is right up our alley, dude?
Oh, I know,
Oh my
man.
god, motherfucker loves to wear costumes.
Oh, fuck, man.
God.
So I was talking to like a few of my coworkers.
Yeah.
And one of my coworkers goes like, dude, but what if that was his thing? Like, what if like back in the day, he just always wore like elaborate costumes to parties, kind of a thing.
Don't do black or brown face.
Yeah.
Set the rule. You can be Aladdin if you want.
Oh man.
Just
dude.
show up and like, no, I get it, guys. I'm white, but like I'm dressed as like the prince of whatever the fuck. Just don't color your face.
Oh man, dude. Like, and the thing is, everyone else's costumes were so sober, man. And this is like, he went so much more above and beyond that shit.
Like I don't know if like it's like if like imagine Gotham, right? We were like, yo, we were gonna do a fancy dress party, right? And I dressed up as whatever, like, you know, whatever. I always dress up as a Jedi every Halloween, right? You dress up as Bane.
5 years running. The
Right.
Dark Knight Rises
Yeah.
like isn't even relevant anymore.
And you know, everyone's got their little dress, and like Gotham shows up, blackface, proper blackface, and going like, "Hey everybody, I'm Bill Cosby. I would like to finger someone, so please." You would be like, "Yo, you're doing a lot, man. You're doing too much."
This isn't that kind of a costume party.
Yeah. No, to me, it was like that.
Yeah,
to me, it was like if someone showed up to a party like that, even if it was like a white guy I didn't know, I'd be like, "Yo, listen,
Yeah.
you need to leave,
This is
or go
This-
to the
this is a bit much.
Yeah, or go wash your face.
Grab a
And-
towel.
Yeah,
Just wipe
'Cause-
that shit down a
because
bit.
this will not fly.
Oh man, dude. And you know the okay,
We've
other thing
earned
is-
this melanin.
Yes, exactly. we spend hours in the sun for
Yeah.
this.
You know how many
toiling.
racism we had to endure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actual races. This
Actual
is how I got dark actually.
Yeah.
I ran a lot of like races which are outdoors races.
Oh wow.
And like, you know, when you spend a lot of time outdoors, your skin develops like a propensity to, you know, go to the little chocolate variety.
I see.
And like, so I actually had to endure like races and racism.
Wow.
Yeah. Is it
Fascinating
yeah,
stuff.
fascinating stuff.
Fascinating stuff.
Dude, but the other thing though, what like really fucking interested me about the apology bit of it was like they asked him, so they were like, is this the only one? and then,
And he was like,
no, so this is the thing though. So he was like, nope, I did it one more time. He was like, I was in high school or something like that, and I dressed up, I think in full blackface, and he sang like something, I think he was impersonating like a black singer or something, and he was like, I've done it that one time. And then at that point I was like, wait,
Okay.
only the twice.
Okay, twice.
Oh, no. Dude, then a video came out this morning where there's a third one where he's in a full video. Again, it's a video where he's in not just black face, black body. He's like in a white t-shirt and he's like raising his hands laughing. And it's like black face. Dude, I'm just like,
Who
yo.
was he supposed to be?
No, he was. I don't even know if it's anyone famous. I think he was just doing blackface, like just general blackface. and like that
I just want to be black today.
yeah.
Black for day, baby.
Oh man! And then at that point, I was just like, dude, his advisors must have just been like, they're like, Justin, we asked you, was this the last one? And then he was just like, guys, I cannot say. And again, he's come out on record after that
Yeah.
to say, I cannot say definitively that that's the last one.
Wow.
God damn, how many of these have you done, dude?
Wow.
Why are you doing this?
Wow. See, this I will just never understand. I just won't
it's
understand.
for sure, man. It's in a lot of ways it's inexcusable.
Dude, there was a video I saw of a little kid, and this is like, it was the funniest and most amazing shit ever. It was like a little kid. Apparently he was a huge fan of Martin Luther King. Right? He was a huge fan of Martin Luther King.
Okay.
So-
I don't like where this is going.
So on like one of those they had like those days at school
yeah,
where you
Martin
dress
Luther
up
King
as your
Day.
heroes.
Okay, I see.
And so he went to school dressed up as his hero, Martin Luther King.
But wait, but this kid.
Polish all over his face.
But the kid is black.
White.
White.
Why does white kids get? And,
Man, okay.
and they interviewed the kid like what are you doing here? He's like, I'm dressed up as my hero, Martin Luther King.
Attention this afternoon, an 8-year-old boy who went to school black-faced, as you see there, to give a speech on Martin Luther King Jr. The Colorado second grader dressed up as the civil rights leader, complete with black paint on his face as part of a class history project. But the costume didn't go over well. His painted face offended some students and a teacher, and he was sent home after refusing to wash it off.
They thought it was inappropriate and it would be disrespectful to black people. But I say that it's not. I like black people. I don't want to be mean to them. It's just a costume. I don't want to insult anybody.
But there's innocence in that. Like, I mean, it's adorable and hilarious and wrong at the same time.
Because he had and he wasn't even uniformly spread out. It was like kind of hair and like a little mustache here. And he's in a little like baggy suit, and they're asking questions like, "I'm Martin Luther King."
And they're like,
"Yeah,
"Do you have a
buddy."
dream?" It's like, yeah, I had a dream.
I have a dream. And one day, white people can do brownface and blackface and yellowface and all other kinds of racist
Dude, but
shit.
like with a kid, like, okay, I can see, like,
Without
you're a
PC
kid,
culture
you
jumping
don't
on
know
you.
better, right? You're a
Yeah,
child.
yeah.
You're a child. You don't know any better. Dude, imagine doing that and then still having the balls to be like, I'm gonna run for prime minister.
Yeah, I know, right? Wow.
Yeah, man.
Wow, that's such a good point.
Dude, I
yeah.
know, man.
Wow.
Like to put yourself out there like that much, but yeah, man, dude, I don't know, but again, I still feel like the alternative is like way worse. This is still a guy, like, I mean, when we're laughing about this and this, but like, dude, this is a guy who has done more for, like, you know, family reunification in Canada. He's brought in like the most number of like refugees,
Yeah.
and I know like it's also in Canada's best interest to like bring in like a lot of immigrants.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's done a lot more, like on social issues than most other like prime ministers or like any other candidates in this time or any other world leaders have done in this same era
sure.
have like themselves. So like, I don't know, man, I feel like his track record at least has like is like almost so good that it's like, dude, we'll give you like a little something where like don't drop out of the race,
Yeah.
kind of a thing.
And I'll be honest with you, like, I don't think like he's racist. I just think like it was just something where he was ignorant and
Yeah.
it was just an insensitive thing to do. Like that's all it was. Like I don't think like he was like, let me dress up as one of those.
Yeah. And dude, it's also like very clearly it's the opposition party who has leaked this, because
Right.
dude,
Where did you show up
when
in the Post or some shit?
yeah, well, first in Time magazine, and dude, this is the fucking best part, dude. So the third video that came out today, I think City TV or someone got it, and now the media outlets are arguing about who got it first. So City TV is like, no, we actually got the thing first, but we just wanted to verify whether it was him. So
Sure.
that's why we took longer.
Sure.
But you know what that points out to me? The fact that it's been leaked to like a whole bunch of different like media outlets. And this isn't like some, like, you know, someone who felt offended by it, but this is very clearly like opposition who is basically taking
Oh,
advantage of
100%.
this whole thing.
Yeah, because like it makes sense to leak it to the press instead of like you releasing it yourself.
Yeah.
So I definitely think like that was my first thought when I saw it. I was like, okay, so Shear's up to his
Yeah.
schemery.
Yeah. Because then he came out, right? He came out and then he denounced the whole thing.
Hello guys, I am the most boring individual in the world that also happens to be extremely sexist and racist.
Yeah.
And I would like to become the Prime Minister so that I can stop these heathen whores from having abortions.
Yeah, and dude, this is the thing. I'm like, oh fuck, it's so fucking precious that you're coming out and like denouncing this thing. There's people in your party who have said way more racist shit and plan to like implement that.
Have you seen his like core principles that he's running on? Some of those are like, like, you know, like, you think to yourself, this is some shit that like the Republicans would run on. Here it seems like a little extra when you see some of those bullet points that he has, like on like immigration and abortion and stuff like that. You're like, whoa.
Yeah, back the fuck up. Buddy.
Yeah,
like maybe hold off on the apology for like at least 30 minutes. Cause dude, his video like came out, I think like, I don't know like when I gave exactly the exact timeline, but when I saw it, it was like 30 minutes apart. Because Trudeau apologized like on a plane for some reason. Like the press was inside the plane.
Right.
Like a regular plane. Like I don't think it was like Canada's version of Air Force One. It was like it seemed like a regular plane. Like there was like a whole bunch of seats and stuff.
Canada's version of Air Force.
yeah. Which is Air Canada. Or like WestJet or something like that. Prime Minister's flying budget tonight. So whatever, like he does the thing and then
Canada soft one.
And this guy Sheer is also outside a plane and he's doing like his apology, his rebuttal to like the whole black. So I'm like, I felt like he was like I'm waiting to pounce, dude. It's like I wouldn't let Justin get off the plane. I'll do it outside the plane. But I don't think it was the same plane.
Right. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
No, well, yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't even know. But I feel like every Justin has some problematic thing. I was thinking about that.
Which other Justin, dude? Besides like we obviously can't talk about like the Justin we know because that's getting sued 101.
No, I was talking about Timberlake.
Oh.
Remember he started out in his career, he had little dreads on, dressed like a little wigger. Remember that shit?
Oh, I think I vaguely remember this.
Yeah. And he made his money trying to be like the white black guy. Dancing and shit, doing all that hip hop shit. And then now he's in his 40s, he's like, I have to connect to my roots. And he put out that like album like Man in the Woods, like a country album or some shit.
Okay.
He's like, I need to connect to my roots. The real people that have always supported me.
The Timberlakes. the Timberlake family.
Supporters.
Wait, he came out with a country album?
Yeah, it's called Man in the Woods, and he's on like the cover wearing like flannel.
Oh, yeah. I remember
and
this.
I was like, if you don't fuck out of here and do another album with Timbaland.
It's like, just do it quickly.
Yeah, before I fucking call you a Klansman. What are you doing? Like, you made your career, like, being this hip-hop guy, now you want to make country? Like, what are you doing?
The money isn't enough, man. I think he's hurting for cash.
No, because, like, younger people don't like it. Right? Like, it worked for that generation. Now they have their own little wiggle, right? Now they have Justin Bieber, who's the other Justin that was talking.
Ah, yeah.
Remember they caught him saying the N-word?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, dude. This hasn't been like a good few years for Justins, dude.
Justins think they're hip with the non-whites.
Yeah, man. Also, I feel like Justin's like a very white name, and like a lot of I think oh no, but I genuinely think like a big part of this whole like all of these issues that you've just described is white privilege, dude.
Oh, 100%. They just feel like they can do it.
Yeah. It's like a huge fucking blind spot where they're just like, there's nothing wrong with this.
What's wrong with this?
It's fine.
I'm just covered in black.
It's not just
I'm
my
just
face.
covered in shoe polish.
Yeah, it's like not just my face. Have you seen my arms? Which was, dude, the funniest thing was that video, man. Where he raised his arms and even his arms are black. I was like, why are you doing this? How seriously, how committed were you to this black role you were playing, man?
In fact, all Justins, you're being doxxed. If you catch any of you at any Dharma events, at any soca, pachata music events, nothing. No Latino shit, no black shit, no brown shit. Stay away from us for
What's panchata?
Chata, you know.
Oh, bachata. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I thought it's some form of like Punjabi, like dance or folklore. or
Panchata!
whatever. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it sounds like.
No.
Yeah, Mallus don't hear about these things, man. Yeah, that's our Mallu like blind spots, you know.
Yeah.
You don't know about like your culture that much.
Well, because you don't care to.
No, dude, I care. I ask you questions like a lot, dude, about your culture and stuff. Yeah, and I go to Bhangra and like, you know, I'll do the dance
I
every
do
now and
Bhangra.
then. You know, I do a mean fugri. Is that your thing? Is that a Punjabi thing?
I don't think I know what a fukri is.
Fugri, man, you know the thing where you like intertwine like arms and then you like go in a circle.
Yeah.
That's I'm pretty sure that's Punjabi, dude.
We used to call it something else. We even call it fukri.
Yeah, Fogli does sound like a. It seems like a Marathi thing to say.
It
Like,
seems like
fugri.
it seems like what like a Marathi guy went to a Bhangra event and saw something happen and he was like it was like a little fugri thing that they were
party
doing.
going on. Yeah, it's fine. We don't- Yeah, you know that thing, and they're like, oh yeah, the Fogli.
Arey Baba, they were doing that.
They were doing they were doing the
Arey,
Fogli.
it was fugri. Let's call it fugri.
The Fogli. Yeah, the round. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Exactly.
But dude, so the other last thing I just fucking want to talk about this whole thing because there's so much
There's
dude,
so much.
to talk about.
I feel like I have 30 jokes that I was like thinking of all day that I've forgotten.
Yeah, I know, man. Dude, seriously, I'm just like, oh fuck, dude, this is hilarious. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
But dude, the other thing was just so Jagmeet Singh also came out like with a video.
that was hilarious.
Yeah, dude, and he's all like almost in tears. And
Yeah,
stuff.
like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Brother to brother, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
Chill. Relax.
Yeah, exactly.
Relax.
This is like he's like fucking crocodile tears, man.
Yeah. I was
He's all like
oh,
he was
man.
like, oh, for all the brown people that have been hurt. Why?
Oh, man, you're doing too much. Like, this isn't like, you know, if it was Sheer who did this shit, I could get it.
Yeah.
It's Trudeau, it's fine. It's not
Yeah.
that.
It's not. Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
not that deep.
But okay, but here's another like question.
But everyone
though.
came out. Black people came out and drove. They were like, fuck this shit.
Like against the
Yeah, they-
or to say like to defend Trudeau because dude
No,
I've
no.
heard like a lot of like black and brown people just be like dude we don't really care.
No, to like, came out, like, for, Jagmeet Singh's thing.
Oh.
Like, oh, this is fucked up, what Trudeau did, and yada,
Yeah.
yada. Like, probably to NDP supporters mostly.
So they're disagreeing with Jagmeet Singh's apology.
No, they're they are
Oh.
like, Jagmeet is right to be mad,
I see.
and as black people we can understand the pain of people, you know, being offended by brownface as black people who have, you know, minstrel shows and all that shit.
Yeah.
Birth of a Nation and shit like that. So,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, look, if I'm being, like, serious for a second, it is fucked up. If you're
Yeah.
white and listening to this, don't do this shit. Like, it's
Yeah.
not funny. Like, if you think, like, it'd be funny to come up to Rupa and be like, oh, look at me, I'm Justin Trudeau dressed up as blackface. I'd be like, oh, I'm Rupa, I'm punching you in the fuck. Like, I'm not cool with it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not cool. Like the reason we're trying to, like, we wanted to, it's obviously fucked up, but you know, we want to talk about it in like a light way, so that, you
Yeah.
know, you don't feel like oh, it's like super heavy.
Yeah.
But it's not cool. Like, you shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know.
My little like light way of entering the office today because I knew like everybody had seen it. I entered the office. I was like, hey guys, I'm in Justin Trudeau face. and then everyone's like, yeah, let's get into it, man. Let's talk about this.
Yeah, that's funny.
But
But
yeah.
like,
But yeah, you're right, dude. Like it is. I mean, it's clearly wrong, dude. Like from a like I guess like from like a white person standpoint, like dude, yeah, it's not right. Like regardless, I feel like of the time that you know, like that this happened. Like, cause a lot of people are saying like, oh, it was like 2001. It was fine.
oh,
then,
back when it
and
was
this-
okay to be racist.
Yeah.
2001.
Yeah. Like I don't know, man. Like I feel like okay, fine. It's like a blind spot, and people definitely didn't talk about it as much then. it would be a lot more fucked up if he did it now.
Right,
Is-
and that's my thing is like, I kind of started with, I don't think he's racist. I think he was insensitive and ignorant. But that doesn't mean that we can't, like, I feel like people always take the extremes in these things. It's
Yeah.
like, why are you offended? Oh, you're such a pussy, like, oh, you're so offended so easily. And it's like, no, it's not that. It's some things are just not cool to do.
Yeah.
And then there's nuances to it. Do I think Justin Trudeau's racist? No, I just think he was a young person who was also an idiot. You know who else has been an idiot? I have.
Yeah.
We all have.
Still are.
It's still am.
Yeah.
I don't even want to tell you the things I call him Thomas, all kinds of names before we start recording this
Yeah,
shit.
exactly. I feel very like intimidated and I feel like a little afraid sometimes.
Yeah.
That's why I keep this door open, dude. So, it's happening again. Yeah, no, but dude, I just think like, you know, the whole, like I guess like the timeline thing or whatever is just like, it definitely would be a lot worse if he did that now. And that's why I think I believe, or maybe I just want to believe it because like I think like for this election, if I was like a citizen, I would definitely go ahead and like vote for Trudeau because he's the most, like I guess, he's still like the most progressive out of the three who's with the best chance to win.
Sure.
Kind of a thing.
Sure. Yeah.
So, yeah, but that's why I feel like maybe there was a part of me that just kind of accepted his apology. I was like, yeah, you know what, I get that you had like a huge blind spot and you did it. I find it a little fucked up how many times you did it.
Look, I'll be honest.
Like the fifth time would be like, I'd be like, fuck, come on, dude. Yeah. Okay, how many times do you have to do it till you think like maybe he needs to like drop out? Maybe there's like a judgment thing over here which is clearly lacking.
Look, I think at this point I've resigned myself to the fact that there's definitely more of these out there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I definitely think he's done more than he's telling us about. But also, like, I would be more mad if one came out from like 2 years ago or some shit.
Yeah.
Like that'll be like, okay, like now let's talk about like what, like 2
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah. You were in
Imagine-
office.
Yeah, exactly.
When did you have the time to do this?
Yeah, like the ambassador for China's coming in, he's like hiding the crayons and like his paints in the drawer. It's like, oh, come on in, Mr. Ambassador. Yeah, and he just like shakes his head. He shakes his head. He's like,
There's
he's
a
like
smile.
brown nose. He's like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I was just eating chocolate. I'm sorry.
That's doo-doo, baby.
The ambassador's like, no, your wives do. I know it is. Dirty Canadians.
Oh, fuck, dude. But do you think this is gonna like dominate the debates now? Because now there's
Idiotos affair.
The what?
The idiosphere. The sphere where the idiots
Yeah,
live, Thomas.
that's where they live.
Yeah, that's where I think like people won't let go of this. But
But what about at the debates? Like, so now they're gonna debate for the next 3 weeks. So yeah, because what, the election's like 4 weeks away.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I would expect, if I was Trudeau, I would expect them to bring it up at least once. I think it'll be an audience question. I think it'll be like a black or brown person that'll ask Trudeau, like, do you understand, yada yada, this is offensive. And I think he needs to address it then and there properly and thoroughly, so that he leaves no room for them to have to bring it up again.
I think they'll start with it, dude.
Good.
I think, no, I don't know. I don't think like the audience was. I think his opposition will be the first to bring this up.
Good. And just knock it out of the park. That's what I'm saying. What he needs to do is, like, be ready for it. You know the curveball is coming. You know that's
Yeah.
the one they think is your weakness. You've been practicing for it. Alright? Hit it out of the park so that they know not to use that one against you anymore.
Yeah.
Because if they keep doing that, you'll knock it out because you'll be like, I don't know why you guys are so upset. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, once you've knocked it out of the park, then the other person looks stupid if they keep bringing it up.
Yeah. I hope at least he isn't defensive about the whole thing.
I hope so too.
Yeah. Because the thing is, the more defensive he gets, I think it's just going to like go on, and like most of the debate will just center around the fact, and I think this is what like the opposition strategy will be now. They'll just be like, oh, but how can you trust anything that Justin Trudeau says?
Right.
He said he loves diversity, but he does blackface. So like even if the conversation isn't about like say race or immigration or something like that, they'll say like, oh, what's your economic plan? And he'll say something great, and then they'll be like, oh, we have a shit economic plan. But how can you believe everything what Trudeau says? He's a hypocrite. You saw this with the whole blackface thing. How do you know he's not going to do this with the economy or with insert issue here? I think they're just gonna keep doing it, and it's
I just think Scheer is too much of a bitch to do that. I don't think he's. I don't think he would. Firstly, he doesn't seem as.
He seemed very keen on coming out to like immediately denounce this thing.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like he done that, and then he'll do his one little bit during the debate one time. I feel like if he keeps doing it, he'll come across as a moron. But then again, I mean, look, the caveat I'll put there is, and again, Thomas and I are co-writing the book on blaming the general electorate. Yeah, like I was saying the same thing about the Ontario gubernatorial debates as well.
Yeah.
Ford looked like a complete idiot, and yet somehow,
But he still won, yeah.
So who knows? I mean, I hope the
Yeah,
general
man.
population is able to think more, you know, I don't know if abstractly is the term, but, you know, just a little more like, oh, there is this, and then there is that, and then there's all of this space and spectrum between this. And, you know, like, dude, we've forgiven white people before for a lot of worse shit. This
yeah.
is not that
Yeah,
bad.
remember actual slavery?
Yeah.
You remember actual colonization?
How many of you brown people, exactly, that's what I was kind of cool. How many of you brown people out there know personal family members who were alive when the British were fucking people over in India, and you yourself couldn't stop celebrating the fact that Prince Harry or whatever the fuck he got
Yeah,
married. You
yeah,
watched
got
that
married,
shit,
yeah,
you loved it,
exactly.
you kept watching the photographs and the videos.
Hmm.
So just think a little more abstractly. It's not as, the world is not as black and white
Yeah,
as, you know.
as Justin Trudeau paints it to be.
That's right. Because he was like, brownface. I know black and I know white. I'm going for black brownface.
Yeah, man. Also, dude, I just think it's a huge disservice for the entire nation if this is the conversation that dominates the debates. Because there's so many issues to like actually talk
It's
about.
becoming
man.
America.
Yeah,
That's what's
yeah.
happening. It's becoming like America. Like,
Yeah, and I think, dude, honestly, like for anybody who's fucking like watching or like listening, like, and like who can actually like go out and vote, please don't let this thing be your decider or whatever, because dude, there's actual issues, man. The fact that this thing happened like 1 or 2 weeks before like the actual elections, dude, it's very clearly like a dirty political game, and it's meant to distract from like larger issues about like how the economy is working, how is it helping you, how our policy is helping you, where is it like not helping you, like how do we address these issues. Those are the questions we should be asking of our leaders, and they should be asking each other, not Justin Trudeau like being asked about blackface or like the 5th or 6th incident by Andrew Scheer, who maybe didn't paint his face like that, but he certainly painted his policies that way. Yeah, man, it's
no, for
true.
real, yeah. And yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where, like, I don't know, man, like, it's, I would just ask people to, you know, because my whole issue with the way people vote a lot of the times is, like, people want to like everybody that they vote for.
Yeah.
You're not going to get, like, I know you want to, like, always date Prince Charming, but it's, firstly, it's not your boyfriend that you're voting for.
Yeah.
Right? This is Prime Minister.
Yeah.
And secondly, people are flawed, right? Like, there's, like, I know, I mean, look, we're far from getting over racism, and we're far from, like, these problems like you know not occurring anymore. These problems are still gonna happen,
For sure.
and we just have to like us, especially as black and brown folk, we have to be a little more measured about it, and we have to learn to control the narrative, right? Like not like right now, if you fall into this trap, you're falling into the trap of white supremacists.
Exactly.
Because I'll be honest with you, that like I could bet money they were sitting on this shit for a while.
Yeah, for sure.
They were sitting on this shit for a while. They put it out now because the election is you know upon us.
Exactly.
Right around the corner. That's
Yeah.
why they put it out now.
Yeah.
They don't care about black. They don't care about us. Fuck these people.
Yeah, man. And dude, like honestly, I feel like, and I was thinking about this like a lot, like literally, and I was like, dude, what do we like, you know, like even say like on this podcast or whatever? And I genuinely just thought of like, it's literally like all fucking like race issues. This is literally, this issue right now is just fucking skin deep, dude. Like that's it.
This isn't.
It's
This is why.
superficial. It's literally just skin color. That's all, dude. There's a lot more to talk about when it comes to like actually deconstructing or like solving like race issues, man.
Like for example, Joe Biden thinks that black people should play record players for their kids.
Yeah,
So their
yeah,
kids-
exactly. And dude, like these aren't like these are like stupid solutions, or these are stupid discussions to have. But like actually talking about issues that matter during an election time, those are like the real issues, man. We need to get deeper into that than letting like literally like just skin deep stuff of like what did Justin Trudeau, like what color face was he wearing, like that's not part of the issue, man.
Yeah. It's just silly. That's why like I felt like even though we didn't even talk about before we recorded, we didn't even talk about like what we were gonna say.
Yeah.
But somehow we both knew we were gonna clown the shit out of it.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. That's why I was just like, dude, like in the hour I was like, no fuck, there's like a third video. I was like, dude, we fucking have to do this, man. We have to. And we were just saying this even before the podcast. I like, dude, who else is gonna talk about this, man?
Yeah, exactly.
If it's not two brown people in Canada, who else is gonna talk about this, and who else is gonna talk about it like from our own sense? Because I'm sure a lot of people have made assumptions, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of like white people might be thinking, a lot of people like white people with white guilt must be thinking like, oh, just imagine how offended the browns are by this, by Brownface. And we're like, yeah, you know what? Not so much, man. Like we're offended.
We'll let you know when we get offended.
Yeah, exactly.
And
We're
that's
not
what I
offended,
meant.
but we don't feel like aggrieved by the person, right? Because
No.
his policies and his actions have been different.
And that's what I meant by like we should control the narrative.
Exactly.
We'll let you know when we feel offended,
Hmm.
right? Like Trudeau, like this is bad, but it's fine.
Yeah.
He's good. He's good for now.
Yeah,
Like this
yeah.
isn't that bad. I've seen like
You've seen worse. Yeah.
you know like we all have friends who've told us stories about racism way worse than that.
For sure.
You know, like this is just some goofy shit. Like it's like if someone like showed like literally like I said, like if someone showed up to one of our parties looking like that, we'd just be like, yo, listen.
Tone
leave.
it down or get the fuck out.
Yeah, like just either change or leave, because
Yeah.
this is not like I'm not gonna stand here and hear you telling like dumb jokes.
Yeah.
The rest
And I think that's also like I guess our message, if Justin Trudeau is listening, which he isn't, but is yeah, you like, I mean it's wrong, so like change or leave, man.
Yeah,
Like honestly,
don't
you
do
can,
this.
yeah, don't do this, and like take a long hard look at like how you've been presenting yourself, and like even like your policies going forward, they need to be like, fuck, you need to like now double down on how like, you know, like progressive you've been. Like just make it stronger, man. Think about like your like what your perception is right now, and like only your actions will speak louder than this, nothing else.
Right, and the reason we're saying that, and the reason we said that it's bad but it's forgivable, is because we as black and brown people face socioeconomic issues
Yes,
that are way more offensive to us than any of this shit.
exactly.
Work on that, Justin.
Yeah.
Work on that shit. And then you'll be invited back to the Bhangra events. And you can do your extra little bad Bhangra shit that you do that isn't really Bhangra. Well, we'll sit around and laugh and cheer like, oh, look at the white boy doing the Bhangra. Like, we'll do it.
Yeah.
But do that. Fix that first.
Dude, I think that's like a perfect moment to end this, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
Alright. Sounds good.
Alright. Peace out, guys.
Wait,
This has been. Are we going?
We should shout out our socials.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So go to Instagram, Twitter, called Dopest Generation Podcast.
Yeah, on
both of
Instagram
them.
and on Twitter too.
And Twitter, and send us, IM us, or DM us, or whatever,
Yeah.
on either of those. And you can also email us as dopestgeneration@gmail.com.
Yeah, I think like, dude, this one is like very. I think this is really open, and I guess it's amongst our like listeners. This is something that's really relevant. So, and we don't want to speak for all brown people or all like people of color. So, like, if you agree or disagree, or
Yeah,
like
for
you know,
sure.
just like let us know what you think, because we don't want to speak for everyone. When we genuinely want to know what other people think of this.
Yeah, exactly. So if you have questions, comments, critiques,
Yeah, exactly.
send them over. If you think, oh, I agree with Thomas's this, but Rupam said some shit that like I didn't like, or vice versa. Just shoot us a little.
Yeah, or like even like just comment on the video, because this one is being recorded, so we'll put this up on YouTube too.
Yeah.
So like just like literally leave it in the comment section.
Yeah, leave it in the comment section.
Wow, man, we
Wow.
actually said it.
Yeah.
Wow, I think we're there now.
Yeah. Like, wow, think about that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, this has been a good conversation.
Yeah, for sure. And also shout out to all the listeners who actually do listen to our podcast.
We've hit 100 now.
On Instagram, right? We got
Yes.
100 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
How many listeners are we getting?
This is a good question, dude.
Yeah.
We need to like look at our analytics.
Yeah, we should. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All 70 blurred of you.
there you go.
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out to y'all. It's it's really enjoyable doing this. Like the last thing I'll say, and then we can leave, is like the great thing about having this is like the Trudeau thing happened, and I was like, if only I had some sort of platform on which to express my views on this. And then I was like, oh shit, I have a podcast.
Yeah, we have that platform
Yeah,
now.
exactly. So it's really cool that we get to do this. And,
Yeah. And it's an inclusive little thing we have, man. That's why we bring guests on, and that's why we want everyone, like we want this little community to be part of the conversation.
Yeah.
So regardless, man, you guys agree, disagree, like come at us, bro.
Yeah, and isn't this like a nice little, like look at this, like
Yeah, man.
it's a low budget, but we still try to make it nice for you guys.
Yeah,
So
we do all of this for you.
for you. You guys have no idea like what's the mess that is outside of
This frame
this
over here.
frame.
There's food that's been here since February.
Exactly.
Just we can smell it. It's bad.
It smells like fucking clam chowder in here. Okay. But that was a good one.
That was a good one, man. I was excited about this, and I think with this one, there's gonna be a quick turnaround time because we have to stay relevant.
Oh,
you know?
for sure.
We don't know when the 7th Trudeau
Yeah.
blackface video is gonna show up, so
Oh, we'll cover that too.
yeah. I think this podcast might just become about incidents at this
Yeah.
point,
Yeah.
but
Oh.
here's hoping not.
Yeah. Oh, finally, also shout out to people that like the new theme.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
for that.
Yeah, that's a Rupam Singh original.
Yes, that is.
Yeah.
I produced that myself. so
Yeah, he's a
thank
bit
you.
of a producer.
I am.
Yeah. So yeah, we've got that going on too
Yeah.
now.
So maybe at some point, if you guys are interested, I could also make some music that you guys could listen to.
Exactly.
But enough about me.
yes.
Uh,
Yeah, just thank you, dude. Thank you for listening. And yeah, like let us know what you think.
all right.